Yes, they met. Yes, that was against William's wishes, but there was no sense that I'm getting that Charles laid out the red carpet for Harry.
Until last week, they weren't even speaking. But then Prince Harry walked through the doors of Clarence House, hoping for peace or maybe something more. Money, titles, security. It was supposed to be a father and son moment, but it turned into one of the coldest royal rejections in history.
This meeting actually went for a much shorter period than what the rest of the mainstream media is reporting.
Because when Harry left, he didn't walk out as a prince. He walked out empty-handed. Stay tuned, because this is the full story of how King Charles stayed silent, played smart, and completely outclassed his own son.
I'll tell you the real reason. It's all a PR stunt.
Welcome back to ActorFlash, where we uncover the untold drama behind the world's most famous faces. And today, we're diving deep into the shocking meeting between Prince Harry and King Charles. A meeting that was supposed to rebuild bridges, but ended up burning them to ashes. Before we begin, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, because what you're about to hear is not the version the palace wants you to know. It started quietly. No cameras, no press, no royal fanfare. Just a 55-minute meeting at Clarence House. Harry had flown all the way from California, telling friends it was time for healing. But insiders say he didn't come with an olive branch. He came with a list. The first request: money. Despite millions earned from Netflix, his memoir, and public appearances, sources close to the palace said Harry asked for financial help. Apparently, his deals weren't performing like before. He needed what he once had, the safety net of the royal purse. But King Charles? He simply listened. No argument, no promise, just silence. Then came security. Harry reportedly asked his father to reinstate taxpayer-funded protection, not just for himself, but also for Meghan and the kids. And that's where the atmosphere changed, because for the king, this wasn't just a request. It was a challenge to the very decision that marked Harry's exit from royal life. Money and security weren't enough. Harry also wanted titles for his children, full royal recognition for Archie and Lilibet. It was his way of saying they deserved the same as William's kids. But to Charles, titles are more than names. They're privileges of service, not souvenirs of birth. And then came the final blow: legal help. Rumors claim Harry wanted assistance with his ongoing lawsuits in the UK. From court fees to legal representation, he wanted the palace to back him again. By this point, Charles had heard enough. He didn't shout, he didn't scold, he simply closed the folder in front of him and said nothing. That silence was louder than any words could ever be. For most fathers, silence means confusion. But for a king, silence means power. Witnesses say Charles remained calm, polite, and unreadable. He didn't say yes, he didn't say no, he simply let the weight of his crown do the talking. Harry expected a warm hug. Instead, he got the cold professionalism of a monarch who'd finally drawn the line. No more handouts, no more special treatment, just reality, a crown that answers to the people, not personal drama. Queen Camilla reportedly sat beside Charles through the entire conversation. She didn't say a word. Her presence alone said everything. This isn't family business anymore. This is royal business. When the story leaked, the internet exploded. Comments flooded every platform. Harry is a disgrace. He came to blackmail the family. He just wants to feel royal again. The words were harsh, but the anger was real. Because while King Charles is quietly battling illness, his son's trip seemed less about concern and more about contracts. Polls in the UK showed that public support for Harry and Meghan dropped even further after the news broke. Older generations called it betrayal, younger ones called it entitlement. And in the middle of it all, silence from Buckingham Palace, no press release, no denial, no statement. Just the same strategy that has saved the monarchy for centuries: wait, watch, and win. After 55 minutes, the meeting was over. No handshake for the cameras. No goodbye smile, just a closed door and a long walk back to the car. Harry's face told the story. Tight jaw, hunched shoulders, eyes down. The expression of a man who realized The crown no longer bends for him. Social media turned the photos into memes within hours. Harry came for reconciliation and left with a receipt. Another viral comment said, "Even the palace cat got more warmth than he did." It was brutal, yes, but it captured the new reality. For the first time, the world didn't see a prince. They saw a man outplayed by silence. What Charles did that day wasn't cold. It was calculated. He proved that power doesn't always come from speaking. Sometimes it comes from waiting. Harry came to negotiate. Charles came to protect the monarchy. And in the end, silence won the argument. The crown has outlasted wars, scandals, and abdications, and once again it survived another storm. Not by fighting, but by standing still. So what happens now? If this was Harry's last chance at peace with his father, will he ever get another? Or will the next time he knocks on the palace door, no one answer? One thing's for sure, this wasn't a reunion. It was a rejection, and history might remember it as the day Prince Harry finally learned, the crown never negotiates. It simply endures. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to ActorFlash, and turn on notifications, because the royal fallout isn't over yet. And we'll be here to cover every shocking twist that follows. Thanks for watching, and remember, silence can sometimes say more than 1,000 royal statements.